You remember the hallway, the sound of keys, the way the air changed before anyone spoke. You thought it was nothing, just another Tuesday. But your nervous system, it wrote that moment in permanent marker. Fast forward, you're 32, sweating bullets because your boss said, "We need to talk." Why? Because part of you is still in that hallway. Today we're going to unpack why one tiny, normal childhood memory can shape the way your anxiety runs your life, and how to spot it before your brain keeps hitting replay forever. The memory you filed is harmless. Picture this. You're 7 years old. Your mom slams the door after work. Or your dad goes full Olympic gold medalist in the silent treatment event. No bruises, no screaming fight. Just tension. The kind you could butter on toast. You're sitting there, watching cartoons, but your stomach? Doing Cirque du Soleil. And here's what your brain whispers in that moment. We need to make sure this never happens again. So you start scanning. Every sigh, every eyebrow twitch. You become a human early warning system. The weird part? You thought it was normal. You grew up thinking, that's just how life is. Spoiler, it wasn't. Your logical brain eventually filed it under old news. But your emotional brain, it locked that file in a drawer labeled Alert Danger May Return. The Origins of Overreaction. Here's where it gets nerdy, and honestly, kind of poetic. When you're a kid, your entire survival plan depends on your caregivers. You can't pay rent. You can't DoorDash mac and cheese. You can barely open a Capri Sun without adult supervision. So your nervous system has one job. Keep the big humans happy. Because in kid logic, mom upset equals danger. Dad's voice goes flat, danger. Grandma sighs too loud, danger. Unpredictable moods equals a threat to your tiny kingdom. So your brain does what it does best. Dramatic overreaction for your own good. Now, for the science snack. Don't worry, 0 calories, 100% cortisol. Amygdala, your fear alarm, starts pinging like a smoke detector with ADHD the second the vibe shifts. HPA axis, the stress system, floods your body with cortisol like it's running a 2-for-1 sale at Target. Evolution wired you for saber-toothed tigers, not passive-aggressive dish slams. But your brain can't tell the difference. A raised eyebrow equals run. So you start scanning. You read facial expressions like Sherlock Holmes with Wi-Fi. Every room becomes a psychological escape room. Find the mood, disarm the bomb, exit safely. Fast forward, someone texts, "We need to talk." Your rational brain says, "Oh, maybe it's about that project." Your ancient lizard brain says, "The tribe leader is angry. Grab the spear, Brenda. We're not dying today." Hypervigilance feels productive when you're 7. At 30, it's like having Spider-Man senses in a quiet office. Everything feels like a threat, even the intern asking if you want coffee. If this hits a little too close to home, tap that like button so the algorithm knows you're not alone, and subscribe for more brainy breakdowns like this one. Anxiety equals old software running on new hardware. Here's the mind-blowing part. Your body still thinks it's in that hallway, even when you're standing in Starbucks, debating oat milk versus almond milk, like it's the Sophie's choice of dairy substitutes. Because those early moments didn't just vanish. They got coded into your nervous system as danger templates. And implicit memory? Oh, it's clingy. Like an ex who keeps texting, "Hey, stranger." You don't consciously recall the slam of that door. But your body? It replays it every time someone says, "Can we chat later?" Cue elevated heart rate, tight chest. Mental PowerPoint titled, "How You Messed Up." Metaphor time, your adult life, iOS 18, sleek, modern, your anxiety. Windows 95, screaming in dial-up tones, must prevent chaos. Update yourself? Never. That's why a late reply feels catastrophic. Criticism feels like exile. Group projects feel like you're on Survivor, except the immunity idol is a performance review. Because here's the truth bomb. Your brain is using ancient, outdated data to navigate a world with oat milk lattes and TikTok dances. It's like trying to use MapQuest printouts in a Tesla, technically functional, totally unnecessary panic included. The good kid trap. If your survival strategy as a kid was don't make waves, congratulations. You unlocked the good kid achievement badge. Hyper-responsible? People pleaser? Great at anticipating needs no one actually said out loud? You weren't just a kid. You were a tiny emotional project manager, scheduling everyone's happiness like it was a corporate workflow. color-coding moods like Monica Geller's closet. Your internal motto? Must keep the vibe stable, at all costs. And let's be real, you crushed it. You were the MVP of family peace treaties. You had an intuition so sharp it could detect a parental mood shift, faster than 11, sensing a demogorgon. But here's the kicker. That skill set, the one that once kept you safe, now it's giving you panic attacks while formatting PowerPoints at 2 a.m. That same wiring shows up like, why am I the only one in this office triple-checking an email like it's a NASA launch sequence? Because what started as survival mode became your personality. Anxiety in a business suit. You call it being prepared. Your nervous system calls it, we are avoiding exile from the tribe by sending this email with perfect punctuation. The micro moment that built a megaphone. Here's the part that stings, like lemon juice in a paper cut. What's the first memory you have of tension? Not the fight itself, the air changing, that slow motion silence before the storm. The moment your body whispered, I have to shrink, perform, or fix to stay safe. Maybe it was dad's voice dropping an octave. Maybe it was mom slamming a cabinet like it owed her money. Maybe it was that look, the one that said, read the room or brace for impact. That micro moment, it didn't just shape your childhood. It installed your operating system. Your entire nervous system wrote the code. If tension equals danger, then compliance equals survival. And now, every adult panic spiral, every did I upset them, are they mad, thought, is just a callback episode. A rerun your brain keeps airing because it thinks you need the refresher course. You're basically Netflix binging your own trauma, in HD. With autoplay on, and until you rewrite that script, you're stuck living in season 1 of you versus your nervous system, even though you've got the hardware for season 18. How to start rewriting the script. Good news, you can debug the code without deleting your entire brain like it's a corrupted hard drive from 2004. Here's how. First, name the pattern. Say it out loud. This isn't danger. It's old wiring. Because science time, this is called affect labeling. And it's not just therapy jargon. Studies show that when you name an emotion, your amygdala, the brain's fear siren, literally chills out. It's like slapping a mute button on a car alarm at 3 a.m. Second, regulate your body before your brain. This is the plot twist nobody expects. Logic doesn't land if your nervous system is on DEFCON 1. Your body is the bouncer at this nightclub. No chill, no entry. So, what works? Slow breathing. 4-7-8 style. Box breathing. Anything that signals, we're not in the Hunger Games right now. Grounding helps too. Feet on the floor. Name 5 things you see. 1 thing you can taste. Bonus points if it's not panic flavored. Third, curiosity over judgment. Instead of screaming at yourself like a villain in a Disney sequel, ugh, why am I like this? Try, what did this rule protect me from? And do I still need it? Because here's the truth bomb. That coping rule, it worked. It kept you safe once. It's just outdated now, like MySpace or ringtone downloads. You're not 7 anymore, and your boss, he's not going to leave you crying in a supermarket aisle because you forgot to smile hard enough at the frozen peas. Bonus hack number 1, self-compassion re-scripting. Science alert. Studies show that talking to yourself like a friend drops cortisol like a bad stock, instead of, I'm a mess. Try, wow, past me was resourceful. She built this rule for survival. But adult me, I've got new tools. Extra credit. Say it in your best Morgan Freeman voice for maximum soothing effect. Bonus hack number 2, sensory reset trick. When your brain is spiraling, hit it with a sensory plot twist. Why? Polyvagal theory says stimulating the vagus nerve, aka your body's chill highway, helps reset anxiety. How? Cold exposure. Splash your face with cold water or hold an ice cube. Instant we're safe signal. Gargle or hum. Sounds silly, works like a charm, activates vagus nerve, turns down panic mode. Basically, hack your body like a gamer, speed running a boss level. Here's the big picture. Your anxiety isn't broken. It's loyal. It's an old security system doing its job with outdated blueprints. And every time you pause, breathe, reframe, and reset, you're not just coping, you're updating the OS. Why humming is basically a nervous system cheat code. Here's something wild. One of the simplest anxiety hacks might already be hiding in your body, humming. Why does this work? Science time. Your vagus nerve, the chill boss of your parasympathetic system, loves vibration. When you hum, you create subtle vibrations in your throat that stimulate the vagus nerve, sending a signal to your brain that says, we're safe, turn off the sirens. This isn't woo-woo, it's polyvagal theory, baby. Researchers have shown that vocal toning, humming, even chanting Om can shift your body out of fight or flight mode. And get this, neurodivergent folks, especially autistic people, figured this out way before science gave it a fancy name. Ever noticed how some people hum or sing softly when stressed? That's self-regulation in action, DIY nervous system care. So next time your brain is screaming imminent doom, try this. Inhale slowly through your nose. On the exhale, hum. A long, low Bonus, add your favorite song and call it karaoke therapy. Not only does it calm your amygdala, it makes you sound mysterious and zen. Win-win. Your anxiety isn't random, it's your brain trying to protect you with outdated maps. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful. But you don't have to let old software run the show. If this hit a nerve, smash that like button for the algorithm gods, subscribe for more psychology deep dives, and drop a comment. What's one childhood memory you think shaped you? Ideas that stick, figures that sketch. Ready for your next mental update? Tap here and keep playing smart.